Alright, Maplestory 2 tier list. Let's see. Okay, so this is pretty much going to be based on favorites and probably like difficulty and skill, and then which is good, which is bad. So let's just go in order. So the first one, obviously, is the Knight. I'll probably put it in B tier. It's average, it's tanky, but it's like low damage, so it's really hard. But it's like good in parties because it's a good support, pretty much. It's really good, but it's pretty much average like everything else. So alright, it's high defense but low attack, so it just balances out. Mazurka, putting in S because it has damage, it has tank, it has lifesteal, and it has mobility. The only thing that like doesn't have is like support. Like, it doesn't have buff for other teammates, but it does have buffs for itself. But it can basically solo. It's all in one, so it can do whatever it wants pretty much. Okay, next would be the Wizard. I will put that. I don't know. It's damage, but it's squishy, and I don't really see people use it as much. I'll put it as C, just because. It's okay. The voice is annoying. I don't like the voice of the Wizard. It's super annoying. It's good damage and it's like a support, but like out of the spellcasters, let's go next. The Priest would be more useful than the Wizard. I mean, it got damage, but like Priest is pretty much what you always need in a party, in a dungeon raid or something like that. It works really well. I mean, the main thing is it heals, but it can also do, well, it's also low damage, just like the Knight, so I'll put it as B. But like, see, like the Knight also supports, the Priest also supports, so I'll put it in the middle. I mean, it's alright, yeah, it's pretty good, it's useful, but like, if like, as fun as like some of these characters are, I feel like the Berserker still reigns on top. Next would be the Archer. I will also put as C. I like the Archer. I have a high level Archer that I like to play as, but it's just that it's not tanky. It's a good TP. It's good DPS, damage per second. But the problem is it stands still most of the time, which is not good because bosses usually move around, and if they hit you, pretty much you're dead. So it's alright, but it's just not great. It will die a lot. Like, very much easily. Okay, next is the Heavy Gunner. I'll put that as A. It's really good. It has mobility. It does, like, damage per hit, DPH, which is really good in Maplestory 2. Because it does a lot of damage. It can hit once, move to another area to dodge, and then hit again, and do, like, the same amount of damage as, like, the Archer, pretty much. But, like, it does, yeah, it does huge burst damage. It's really good. It has range. It's pretty much a really good range class. Okay, next, the Assassin though, I have to put it at D. I mean, I like the Assassin, it's a cool class, but like, it's so weak. Like, the Berserker has like huge burst damage, the Assassin has like, it's damage, it has good damage, but like, it's just really weak. It has mobility, it's just damage and mobility. No support, no tankiness. Like, it's just it's good, but it's not great. The Assassin, I mean, I think it has range, so it puts it up there. It has range, so it can dodge. It does a lot of damage. It can solo a lot. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. It can solo some bosses by itself. It has mobility. It's not that tanky. So yeah, so C tier is like really not that tanky and stuff like that. B tier is more like supports. A tier, I feel like it's good damage all around, and then S tier is like well-rounded. Okay, yeah, so that's the Assassin. It's pretty good. It's just, I feel like you definitely need help with other characters. Next would be the Rune Blade. So now we're going on to like technically like the special classes. Like, all these original ones are like the basic ones, and then now these are special classes, so they could be like mixed in. Okay, the Rune Blade would be, it has high damage, good mobility, but has less tankiness. I put it as A, less than heavy gunner, but it's, I don't know. Wait, let me think. No, actually, I feel like I put it in B because it has good damage, and I see a lot of people use it, but like, you would definitely need a knight and a priest more than a rune blade in like a dungeon fight. But like, a rune blade is much more fun solo. But like, it uses elements, but most likely it's going to use one element because you can only use one element at a time. So it's like it has a cool concept, but it's kind of limited on just like versatility. So Soulbinder, I'll put that as A. It's really good. It's a really strong support class, and it also has high damage, and it's pretty. I mean, it's not tanky, but it can heal itself like the priest. But it has what it has as the priest. The Soulbinder has damage over the priest, which is really useful in fights, and also it has shields, and yeah, it's basically a fighting support, which is really good in this game. Like, it's well-rounded, like in the A tier, it's pretty much well-rounded. And then the Striker, the newest class, I like the Striker, it was really fun, but it's like the same as the Thief. It's stuck in this where it doesn't do enough damage to like, and it has no sustain. Like, it has no like, it's kind of tanky, but like it's weaker than the Berserker, weaker than Knight, and then it does like, it's like mediocre damage. So it's like the Knight damage. I mean, it has good like attack speed, like DPS. The problem with this game is DPS characters are not that great. Damage per second. Damage per hit though is really good because it does, because like, you need to dodge. You can't just stand still most of the time. Most bosses you can, but some bosses you can't. So you can't really use some of these classes in some fights. So pretty much the Striker, even though it's like very new, seems really strong right now, but it's like the same thing as the Thief. It's like the same struggle where like it's stuck in, like, it can't do enough damage. Like, my level 60 Striker has trouble fighting level 50 monsters just because it can't tank hard enough to actually survive the monsters, and then the damage is okay, so it's like stuck with the Thief. So pretty much that's the tier list. I mean, that's what I think each class is, like how like I experience each class by their playstyle. So it's French on showing you like which class you want to choose. Like, do you want to be like in a solo class, like by yourself, or do you want to be in a party class where you help other people? And then there's difficulty, so easy and hard. So yeah, so let's just go. Yeah, first, so let's do the Knight. Knight is obviously going to be in the party. It's going to be kind of difficult because you have to time your shield, because if you don't, pretty much your whole entire party is dead. So I put it as party, and then I put it like down here near, it's definitely a party class, so it's high party, and then really kind of difficult. Okay, so next would be the Berserker. The Berserker is the opposite of the Knight. It's like pretty much mostly solo, and it's very easy. Like, very easy. Yeah. So if you like that playstyle by itself, yeah, solo and easy. That's what I like, so that's why I like the Berserker the most. Next would be the Wizard. The Wizard, it's in the middle. It could be solo, it could be party, because it has AoE damage, so it could be helpful on both sides. And it is pretty easy, actually. So it's pretty easy. I'll put it like right here. Berserker is the easiest like class I have ever seen. It just has everything. Wizard slightly under it, so there it is. I'll put it right there. It's easy, and it goes around the middle, so it's pretty well rounded. It's pretty decent. So next would be the Priest. Priest is obviously definitely party. It's slightly harder because the Knight is kind of forgiving with its tankiness. The priest has less tankiness, but it has important heal factor, so it's just right there. I'll put it right next to it. There you go. Next would be the archer. The archer is kind of, it's more solo and it's more difficult. It's pretty difficult because it's really not that strong, and yeah, it's not really that strong. So I'll put it like down here. It's alright. So it's kind of solo. Yeah, it's playing in the middle. Most solo and then slightly difficult. The heavy gunner. Yeah, that's what it is. Heavy gunner could be solo, could be party. It has AoE, so it goes in the middle. Usually AoE helps both sides. So, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. Question is it easier than wizard? Wizard you can spam abilities. Heavy gunner you can spam abilities. They're like on the same level. So I'll put them right next to each other. So I guess I'll put like, yeah, heavy gunner right there. Pretty much right next to each other. So they're pretty easy to play as. Next would be the assassin. The assassin is kind of easy. I'll put it in the middle. It does damage. It's mostly, yeah, it's solo because it's single target mostly. It doesn't have AoE, so it could party too. I would put it. It would be easy, but it's not that tanky. So I would put it near. Yeah, it's more definitely a party because it's like the opposite of the thief. So the assassin would be slightly party. Pretty simple. It's not really a hard class, but you just have to watch out for enemies. The heavy gunner. Heavy gunner would be slightly easier. Wizard would be like right here. Actually, they're like on the same level, yeah, they're pretty much on the same level. Okay, next would be the thief. Thief is definitely solo. Pretty hard class to, like, because you have to keep on dodging, so that's the whole gimmick of the thief. And then you have evade chance, but that's just like chance, so you don't know if you're always going to dodge every single attack, so it's pretty hard. But it's not too hard. I'll put it at the same level as priest. Definitely solo. Yeah, it's more of a solo class. So party is more of buffing, solo it's more by yourself. Actually, yeah, let me switch that. Yeah, wizard has a buffing skill for some classes. And the heavy gunner doesn't really have any support skills for it. It's just damage, so it does it on its own, but it does help out. Okay. Yeah, it's solo right here. Party slightly over there. Assassin, technically also solo because it has not really a buffing skill. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Rune Blade would be. It's kind of hard because it does quick damage but not tanky. It's kind of like the thief, but it wouldn't be too hard because it's like a warrior class, so it builds off of strength, so it gets health. So it's definitely solo. Would be harder than the archer? No, so I'll put it right there to the assassin. There you go. Next, Soulbinder, definitely a party class because it's literally another support, but it has high damage. It's really good, so I'll put it more on the easier side. And then the striker, it is very hard. It is really difficult. It has low health, but like good DPS, not high damage, so I put it as hard. I'll put it on the same level as the thief, but I think, is it more solo? It's like on the same level, so I'll put it like on the same level as like right about here. Archer is in the middle, assassin. So I think that's about it. I think that's how it should be distributed. Yeah, striker, since it's new, it's definitely got like a lot of good skills, so it should be higher than thief. It should be slightly easier, but still very hard. The archer, it's really hard because it just dies really easily, so let's put it right there. Rune Blade, fairly easy. Like, yeah, so wizard and assassin, stuff like that, those are pretty easy. Heavy gunner is really easy. that kind of shows. So depending on your playstyle. So yeah, most of the classes are solo because usually support classes are parties, so it's not really that many like support classes. But yeah, but some of them do have buffing skills, so depends on your playstyle which one you would like to play in Maplestory 2.